What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as we look at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including the real reason why Cesaro signed with AEW, when exactly did he sign, big injuries at Forbidden Door, fans banned from AEW for life, Tony Khan blasts those who leaked information, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out Wrestlelamia.co.uk and our non-wrestling channel, Incredible. Now let's hit the intro and get straight into our first story. Our first story looks at the Forbidden Door fallout. Atop of today's news is the fallout from the 26th June Forbidden Door pay-per-view. AEW and New Japan's first pay-per-view is over, but there's plenty of fallout, including 2 possible injuries, a massive debut, and 2 incidents involving unruly fans. First, let's look at the Cesaro debuting in AEW. A former WWE superstar, Cesaro debuted at Forbidden Door, defeating Zack Sabre Jr. in an exciting technical match that saw the Swiss Superman emerge victorious. And for all the results from last night's pay-per-view, be sure to check out our recap and analysis video looking at the good, the bad, and the downright ugly. And now working under his real name, Claudio Castagnoli, the former WWE superstar was chosen by Bryan Danielson to take his place at Forbidden Door and join Jon Moxley, Bryan, and Wheeler Yuta in the Blackpool Combat Club. But why did he sign with AEW? What was the real reason behind it? Now, while many Cesaro fans felt he was underutilized in the WWE, as even Sports Illustrated's Joseph Courier noted, Castagnoli was voted most underrated in the Wrestling Observer Newsletter Awards for 4 consecutive years from 2013 to 2016, Castagnoli seemed happy with his status in WWE, a company he spent 11 years working in. Where he apparently wasn't happy was the salary the WWE offered him when his contract was up for renewal. Meltzer examined the situation not too far back when the 41-year-old Swiss Superman's WWE contract expired. Cesaro's contract expired as of this week. The 2 sides were in talks on a new deal but couldn't come to terms. Given the huge money they've offered others whose deals have been up, Zayn, Owens and Styles, it would indicate he did not get that level of an offer. Meltzer added that Claudio had not opened talks with any other company, apparently decided to walk away from the WWE when other wrestlers at his level, such as Sami Zayn, received more money. It also sounds like he is thrilled at the many match opportunities he'll have in AEW. He spoke about this during the post-pay-per-view media scrum. You know, sometimes the stars align for a perfect moment. That's what happened tonight. I hope Bryan is alright. I know Bryan will be back, but it's just a perfect fit. I just talked to Mox. We've been going back for 10 to 12 years and we know each other for a long time. We used to ride together and work out together. We still do and still talk. It just fits. At the end of the day, I'm always looking for new challenges, and here in AEW, I'm like a kid in a candy store. He sounds like he's thrilled to be in AEW as he told everyone. I don't know if you can tell, I'm very happy. It fits. This is my first night here and I feel like I've been here for years. It just fits. It's awesome. Now, he looked fantastic in the ring and seemed to be enjoying himself every second he was on the air, whether it was his match against Zack Sabre Jr. or his run at the end of the show when he helped the Blackpool Combat Club fight the Jericho Appreciation Society. What do you think of Claudio signing with AEW? Let us know in the comments down below. More to the point, when did he sign? Well, Tony Khan discussed his signing during Forbidden Door's post-show media scrum, revealing he had been signed for some time and that the original plans were to debut him at the next Ring of Honor event. Khan discussed how Bryan Danielson recommended Claudio to take his place at Forbidden Door once Bryan knew he wouldn't be cleared to compete. Unbeknownst to Bryan, Claudio was already signed and Khan decided to use him ahead of schedule. Tony Khan is reportedly a big fan of his work and it sounds like he could be a big player in Khan's vision for Ring of Honor. As we'll see, his spot in the Blackpool Combat Club may be crucial as another member of the faction may be injured. Now, his signing is a big deal as it provides AEW with a fantastic technician with plenty of experience, a great reputation with both fans and fellow wrestlers, and a height rarely seen in AEW. He seems to fit the mold of the total package when it comes to AEW. We're not referring to Lex Luger here. Next up, 2 rumored injuries at Forbidden Door. A Forbidden Door featured some brutal bouts, but it looks like 2 wrestlers may have been injured at the show. Dave Meltzer discussed the first injury, saying Moxley mentioned in the post-match interview, he was covered with blood and he said he might have been concussed too, which hopefully that's not the case, because that's the last thing they need is another concussion, especially leading into Wednesday's Blood and Guts, because Moxley obviously is a key part of the match. The big steel cage match might have to be postponed if Moxley isn't able to wrestle, as Bryan Danielson is still out of action. The other injury is Adam Cole, who was rumoured to have hurt himself at Double or Nothing and may have suffered a concussion during his fatal 4-way match at Forbidden Door. Cole's injury could explain the match's anticlimactic ending where Jay White dashed from outside the ring to cover Cole for the pin. Wrestling Observer's Brian Alvarez tweeted, "Adam Cole's injury is believed to be a concussion, wishing him all the best." Now, as neither injury has been confirmed, we will continue monitoring the situation. Next up, a fan booted out for booty shots. Did an AEW fan get ejected from Forbidden Door for trying to take photos of Tay Conti's butt? Well, that's the story making the rounds. Ringside News is reporting the fan allegedly got close to the barricade to take photos of Conti from behind. Apparently, security got wind of his actions and took immediate action by showing him the doors. Conti tweeted her appreciation for security. Now, while this may seem like an overreaction, it's possible that security noticed something odd about the fan leaving their seat and heading towards her. In light of stalkers in wrestling, security can never be too careful. But that wasn't it, as another fan got ejected for fighting. The two fans found themselves forcibly removed from Forbidden Door after they apparently decided to outdo the Jon Moxley vs Hiroshi Tanahashi main event mayhem. Twitter user Nick Hausman uploaded a video from the melee saying, "Two dudes just got dragged out by security and made a huge scene during the main event of Forbidden Door, a totally wild scene." Moxley defeated Tanahashi to become the interim AEW World Heavyweight Champion in a wild fight that saw Moxley sporting a crimson mask. Mox cut a spirited promo after the match, telling the fans the Jericho Appreciation Society represents filth, scuzzy sports entertainment. Maybe there's a time and a place for sports entertainment, but here in AEW, professional wrestling rules. Jericho's decision to label his Jericho Appreciation Society teammates as sports entertainers has been a fun way of needling the WWE and differentiating AEW's product from the folks at Titleland. Next up, John Cena helping out the locker room. Speaking of WWE, John Cena's return is reportedly helping boost spirits in the WWE locker room. WrestleVotes reported, aside from the obvious business boost, I'm told the return of John Cena is as exciting for the locker room as it is for the fans. Cena is viewed as the ultimate leader, with his positive presence felt throughout the company when he's around. Cena is scheduled to appear on tonight's Raw as the WWE celebrates his 20-year anniversary in the company. It's believed Cena's return will be used to build to a match between him and current US champion Theory at SummerSlam. And finally, the Wrath of Khan. AEW President Tony Khan is furious over a leak regarding what was supposed to be the new theme music for Orange Cassidy. Khan discussed the leak during Forbidden Door's media scrum, saying, "There was like 100 people sitting in the stands at Daly's place when Amanda Huber told us Brody was sick. I know there was a lot of new people here since then, but there were a lot of people here and a lot of them are the same people, even though there's a lot of new faces and no one said a word. So when it's something life or death, I trust people backstage, but I've learned around like a lot of stuff, it's just leaks. It's like really shameful. Like people shouldn't be doing it, and that's one of those ones where it screwed up what would have been maybe a pop. The fact that it even came up was dumb." The rumors made it online after Fightful select Sean Ross Sapp reported the working plan is for Orange Cassidy to get a new but familiar theme song in the form of Jefferson Starship's Jane. AEW has secured licensing to use a song after he's used Where Is My Mind by the Pixies. In March 2021, it was reported that it was a multi-year agreement to use a Pixies song. Now, sounds like the rumor may have affected AEW's ability to license the 1970s rock song. As I understand it, I have 97.5 chance of the rights in this case. It may as well be naught. I'm close. I've been told by the 2.5% holder that they're going to get back to us, and it seems like it's going to probably happen, but the fact that I'm even having to explain this is ridiculous, and it's because someone in the back shouldn't have said what they said. Now, it sounds like Khan is finding out running a wrestling promotion isn't all fun. But there you have it, folks, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.